Let's look at the left hand for the second page. The left hand is going to start with treble clef, technically speaking, and a 4/4 measure. So we're going to start off with our thumb on middle C, and then our lower note down here will be E. This is a half note chord. Then we're going to hop up. Our thumb will be on G sharp above middle C, 2-finger on E about below that, and then 4-finger C sharp. Now, so lower note is only a quarter note, not a half note like the rest of them. So the 4-finger is going to slip down to C after a beat. Next measure is 3/2. We're going to start off with a half note chord. Our 2-finger will be on the B below middle C, and then our pinky on the E below that. We're going to hop up again. We're going to have our thumb on G sharp, 2-finger on E, pinky on B. Now the bottom note is only a dotted quarter instead of a half note like the rest of them. So after a beat and a half, we're going to change the bottom note to 3-finger on D sharp. Then we're going to change the chord, thumb on A, 3-finger can be D sharp, still, and then 4-finger C sharp. Bottom note again is shorter than the rest, the rest is playing a half note chord. So we're going to move our bottom note after a beat and a half just to pinky on B. Then we're going to move our hand down. We're back to bass clef. So our 2-finger can play B below middle C, and our pinky can play E below that. And then that's half note chord. Then we're going to be playing whole note chord with the top 2 fingers, thumb on B, 2-finger on G sharp, and then the little finger will play D below that. But the D is only a half note, so after 2 beats, we'll put our little pinky down to C sharp. Now this whole line sounds like this. Okay, next line, we're going to do a half note chord. We're going to play 4 notes. So our thumb will be on F sharp above middle C, 2-finger C sharp, middle C, and then 4-finger A below that, and 5-finger on F sharp below that. So it's like an octave chord with some stuff in the middle. Half note chord. Then we'll change. Our thumb will go to E, our 2-finger will play C, and 4-finger can play A. But the top note is shorter than the rest. Most of it, the bottom 2 fingers are playing half notes. The top finger is playing a dotted quarter note. So after a beat and a half, the thumb will move to D sharp for an 8th note. Then we're going to go back to half note chords. Our thumb will be on E, 3-finger B, pinky on G sharp. Then we're going to hop our hand down. We're going to have thumb on B below middle C, 2-finger G sharp, pinky on C sharp below that. So another half note chord. Then we'll have our thumb on middle C sharp, and a 4-finger on F sharp below that. Then we're going to have thumb on A and pinky on B. Those are all half note chords. Now we're back to a 3/2 measure. We're going to play a whole note chord, thumb on B, 3-finger G sharp, pinky on E. Then we have to modulate the chord a little bit. We're going to play a half note chord, thumb can play A, 3-finger can play F sharp, 4-finger E. Now here's what this line sounds like. next line, pretty much all half note chords. So let's start off with the first one. It's an E triad, below middle C. So we'll have thumb on B, 3-finger G sharp, pinky on E. After that one, the only change is the thumb moves up to B sharp, which is actually C. Then we move thumb back to B, play that same chord again, another half note chord. Then we're going to move our hand up a bit, thumb on E, 2-finger D below that, and then pinky on G sharp. Then thumb still on E, 3-finger C sharp, 5-finger A. Half note chord. Then we're going to hop down a little bit. We're going to have our 2-finger on the C below middle C, C sharp I should say, and I like my thumb there. You can put your thumb or 2-finger, but I like my thumb. And then we're going to have our pinky on the E below that. Now, the E with the pinky is a whole note, so it'll get held for the rest of the measure. And then my thumb is going to move up to D while the E is still being held. Then we'll put our thumb back to C sharp, and the pinky will still play E. This is a half note chord. And then we repeat it. So this line sounds like this. Now to start the fourth line, we're going to play the same chord again. C sharp with our thumb and E, pinky. Then we're going to jump back up. We're going to have our thumb on the E above middle C, 2-finger playing C sharp, and pinky playing G sharp. Then you can use your 3-finger. While we hold the E and the G sharp, we're going to change the C sharp to C, because that's just quarter notes and the rest are half notes. And then the next measure, we play the same E and G sharp with our pinky and our thumb, but we're going to change the middle finger to B. So you can hear how that modulates. Very pleasing to the ear. Next, we're going to move our fingers just a little bit because we're going to be playing a bit of an octave. Thumb will be on the E above middle C, 2-finger can be on B below that, and the pinky on the E below that. So now the bottom 2 notes are half notes, the top is only a quarter note, so we'll hold the bottom 2 notes while the thumb moves down to D sharp. Then we're going to have thumb on C sharp, going to have a 2 or 3-finger on A, I think 2 fingers is easier, and then pinky still on that E. The bottom 2 notes are half notes, the top note is a dotted quarter, so after a beat and a half, the thumb moves down to B for an 8th note. Then the last measure of the line, we're going to play the E triad chord again, thumb on the B below middle C, 3-finger G sharp, pinky on E. That's a half note chord. Then we're going to play the same top 2 notes, B and G sharp, but we're going to move the pinky down to D. And then I would recommend moving, well, the thumb will still play B, the 2-finger can play the G sharp, and then the pinky can play C sharp. So this whole line sounds like this. Let's find the top here. We're going to start kind of low, jump up a little bit. Now the last line, we'll start with another half note chord. It's a bit of an octave. So we have the thumb on F sharp, the 2-finger on C sharp below that. Oh, the F sharp is below middle C. 2 finger on the C sharp below that. Pinky on F sharp below that. Then thumb will be on E, and then 4 finger or 3 finger, your choice, can be on A. Now the A is a half note, but the E is only a dotted quarter. So after a beat and a half, we'll put our thumb up to F sharp. And then next measure, another half note chord, E on thumb on E and pinky on G sharp. Then we'll scooch our hand down just a little bit. Thumb will be on D and pinky will be on E sharp, which is of course F. Now the bottom note, the E sharp, is a half note. Top note is just a quarter note, so after a beat we'll move our thumb down to C sharp. Then we're going to move back up a little bit. Thumb will be on D sharp and pinky will be on F sharp. Half note chord. Then we're going to stretch our hand out a little. The thumb will go up to F sharp below middle C. 2 finger will be playing C sharp below that, and pinky still on the F sharp below. Another half note chord, and the final chord of the page. Thumb will still be on F sharp, and then you can play 3 finger on B. This is a whole note chord. So this line sounds like this. And then there we go. And that is the second page, left hand.